What's good, fellas? This is Trey. Welcome to this presentation. The topic for today is women love dominant men. All right? Women don't like when men hesitate. They don't like when men doubt themselves. They don't like when men act like pussies. They don't like when men are passive. They don't like when men are unsure. They like when a man is certain, when a man's confident, when he's grounded in his masculinity, when he knows what the hell he's doing, when he has a purpose, when he has a vision, and he makes decisions, but he's willing to listen what she has to say. So let me give you an example. It could literally be simple shit like this. Like, if you're gonna set up a date, for example, you tell her what the fuck is gonna happen. You tell her, look, we're going on this date at this time. And let her, if she has something to say about it, let her say something after you done made the decision. Don't go into it like, hey, so what do you think we should do? What do you like? Or no, you tell her what you want to do, because what I found, man, is like these girls, they just want to feel good. So a lot of times the reason why they like us to lead and be dominant, because they just want to follow a vibe that feels good. So when you're certain, when you're confident, when you know what you're doing, you create a vibe that allows the girl to be feminine and be bubbly, and because you're taking care of everything for her, right? You know what you're doing, you know where you're going, you know the situation, you know what I mean? So she can just be submissive. She could just be feminine. Like, think about it. Even us as men, like, it's cool when you're dealing with another man. For example, you're doing business with another man and he's confident, he knows what the fuck he's doing, and he's focused, he's disciplined, he's not unsure, he's not, you know what I mean? Like, I don't like doing business with a man who's hesitant, passive, unsure, timid. Like, I don't want to do business with that man. I don't want to play on the same basketball team as that man. I don't want to go to war with that man. I want the man who's confident, disciplined, focused, you know what I mean? Like, I want another warrior. So if we as men respect that and admire that, what do you think women, they love that shit. They love when a man's dominant. Another way to look at this is like, think about sex. When you're having sex with a woman, imagine having sex and you're like, so what position should we do next? Or you're like, hey, can you please turn around so we can try another position? Like, she wants you to grab her and move her and flip, turn her around and put her legs up. Like, she wants you to dominate, bro. Sex will show you this to the core, to the core nature of it, how much women love dominant men. Right? Sex is a perfect example for that. But in general, women like when a man is dominant, when a man knows what he's doing, right? When a man says it like it is. She wants a man that could put her in her place, that can tell her when she's full of shit, tell her when she's wrong. She doesn't want a man that's like, walking on eggshells, afraid to say the wrong thing. That's not a man. What is that? That's a little child. She's not trying to date a child. She's not trying to have sex with a child. She wants a man. Right? I remember one of my boys, he told me one time he was dating this girl and she liked him and shit. But like one day, because he was kind of, he was still working on himself and stuff. So he wasn't really very masculine or dominant. He was actually very passive and timid and shit like that. But she thought he was cute. But over a period of time, at one point, and it's cool of him for telling me shit like this, because most guys wouldn't even share this information. But he was like, yo, one day she just straight up told me, like, I'm sorry, I don't think this is going to work out. And he was like, why? And she was like, I need a man, not a little boy. Right? And why did she say that? Because, yes, in their day-to-day, like, he wasn't very masculine or dominant. But he told me, like, once, they were having sex one time and, like, she was, like, ready and, she got on top of him and shit. And, like, he wasn't dominant. Like, he was kind of, like, unsure and nervous and shit. And she that was, like, the last straw for her, She couldn't take it anymore. So basically, bro, when you're not dominant, girls start feeling sorry for you and shit. Like, that's not attractive. Like, they want you to be dominant. No matter what they tell you, bro, that shit test. They will shit test you and make you think, oh, what you trying to tell me what to do? Be like, yeah, I'm telling you what to do. What you gonna do about it? You know, and you don't have to be so serious with it. Just hold your frame. You can hold your frame in a playful way. Cause she is gonna challenge you. You know what I mean? And that's just what it is. But from my experience, like when you gotta welcome these challenges because you'll learn how to handle them better once you experience them. Right? The thing with shit tests, it's like they're part of the game, and you want to like get familiar with these shit tests and learn responses for them. So like maybe she may shit test you one day and you don't have a good response, but remember that and think of, okay, what's your response? So next time you don't make that mistake. Because this game is about evolution, right? It's not like we're going to be perfect with every single girl, but each girl is supposed to help us get better. So when the next girl comes around, we're more dominant. We're more dominant. So we get to this point where it's just, you know, we're getting women left and right because we're doing it right. Right? We're in that masculine energy. We're dominant. You know what I mean? We're leading. So I'm telling you right now, like, you want to get rid of like this hesitation or like this timid vibe that guys have with women because they're afraid to say or do the wrong thing. Like, that shit is weak, bro. You gotta be a masculine man that leads, that dominates these women, because that's what they like. That's what turns them on. And in order for you to have this type of confidence, you gotta know what the fuck you're doing. You gotta know your purpose. You gotta know what your goals. You gotta know your future, your vision. You gotta know who you are. You gotta get in touch with who you are. You gotta face your insecurities, face your past traumas, and develop some strength. Develop a backbone. Develop some groundedness, so you don't break when these women test you. They're gonna test you. It's part of the game. Not just women, everyone's gonna test you. Men are gonna test you. You're gonna have haters and shit, especially if you're trying to get into business or you're trying to build something. You're gonna have haters. You're gonna have competition. You're gonna have challenges. And you gotta be able to fight. Not physically, but like mentally and emotionally. You gotta be strong, man. And you gotta be able to express yourself authentically. You gotta be able to say what the fuck you gotta say and do what you gotta do. And handle your shit and make decisions. And she will follow. When she sees strength and power and dominance, she'll submit. But if she tests you and then you just fall and you break and you just give up and shit like that, that's when they flip the script, and then you find yourself like in a feminine role and she's in a masculine role. And then that's when the relationship is just completely over. So just understand, you want to develop this quality of being dominant with women. And it's not serious. It's not like a serious thing. It's just a vibe. It's like we're going over here. Or let's go and do this. And you could ask them too, like, it's not like I'm super duper dominant. You know what I mean? Like, I'll ask them shit like, okay, so last time, I chose the spot for lunch. So where you want to go today? But you're still leading. You're still dominating the vibe. You're giving her a choice. It's not like you're giving her complete control. It's like you're saying, I'm choosing to give you this opportunity to choose, right? So you're still in control of the vibe. You're still leading. They want you to lead. Now, there's certain times where you could relax, bro. Don't get it wrong. Like, sometimes during sex, like, you want to let your girl take over in the sense that she's on top and she's doing her thing or whatever. But most of the time, you want to be leading, bro. That's what I'm saying. Like, majority of the time, let's say, 90% of the time. Maybe 10% of the time, you kind of chill out, relax, right? You don't want to be like, freaking, what's the word? You don't want to be like a dictator or whatever. Like, one of those crazy dictators that give the person no say. Like, you don't want to be like that. You want to, but you definitely want to be leading, bro. Like, you definitely want to be dominant. Like, you want to have these qualities as part of your character, and you want to work on them. You improve upon them, and you learn how to calibrate them. It needs to be calibrated to each girl. Each girl is different. Some girls you need to be more dominant with. Some girls you can chill out more. You got to calibrate it to the woman. You got to pay attention to how she's responding to your communication. Because they would tell you, man, if you are present to the moment, you could see a lot. Just in her eyes and her body language will tell you a lot. It will tell you what's triggering her attraction-wise and what's turning her off. Like, this is one of the things that I developed really nicely through code approaches. Like, going out approaching these women, You really get to see these patterns over and over. You see what they respond to, what they like, what they don't like. You know what I mean? And you get better with women. You get so much better with them. So anyway, if you want to become a beast with women, bro, if you want to handle your dating life, if you want to, like, for real, bro, if you want to start getting dates up to 3 dates per week, if you want to have options, you want abundance, I can show you the path, man. Okay, I'm going to show you how to do it with cold approach. I'm going to get you to this point where you can talk to any woman you see anywhere, you can approach her, no problem. You can get to this point, and you can get to this point where you pick some of these women up. I'm not saying you're going to get every single woman. That's bullshit. But you are going to get some women, guaranteed. Because I'm going to help you become the kind of man that gets women. That's it. You got to become the kind of man that gets women. There's a version of you that gets women. There's a version of you that gets a lot of women. There's a version of you that gets no women. Just same with me. There was a version of me that got no women. And I said, fuck that. I don't want to be that version. So I transformed, evolved into the version of me that gets women. Into the version of me that creates abundance. Into the version of me that has standards and qualifies women. Right? The version of me that can approach a woman in any context. The version of me that can handle rejection. The version of me that can handle judgment, right? When you go out and approach women, you're going to be judged. But it strengthens your character. You're putting yourself through tension. You're putting yourself through these challenges, and you become more masculine. So anyway, I have this program. It's called the Unbreakable Beast Program, where I turn you into a beast, right? I help you become super grounded in your masculinity. Meaning, you don't give a fuck anymore. You can walk up to these women and be a man and say whatever you want. And if they're not with it, you walk away and you go to the next girl. And it's just like, it just is what it is. And some women is going to rock with you because they like that grounded, masculine, dominant vibe. I show you, basically the game I teach is not to try to manipulate or any of the shit. Just demonstrate to the woman that you are a man. And you are confident and you can express yourself authentically and you are unique and you own who you are. You're not shy about who you are. You're not insecure, right? You're grounded in your masculinity. You love yourself. You respect yourself. And that vibe, that energy is attractive to women. You're going to get women if you become that type of beast. So that's the Unbreakable Beast program. It's an 8-week program. It's $9.97 and it's going to transform your life, transform your dating life, and transform your life in general. All right, if you're interested, let me know. I'll give you the details. Thanks for watching. Peace.